Hello everyone, and welcome to Entrepreneurial Edge. Today, we're exploring stunning medieval towns in Europe. These vibrant communities are full of life and stories. We'll stroll through cobblestone streets and marvel at historic architecture. Explore hidden alleyways, visit grand cathedrals, and enjoy local cafes. From Spain's sunlit squares to Switzerland's mountain landscapes. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel content. Let's get started. Our first stop takes us to the heart of Catalonia, in the northeast of Spain, to the enchanting city of Girona. Girona might not be as famous as Barcelona, but it's a real hidden gem. Feel the weight of history with every step in its well-preserved medieval quarter. Stroll along ancient Roman walls, gazing at terracotta rooftops and distant mountains. Wander through narrow alleys, discovering flower-filled balconies and charming cafes. Visit the Girona Cathedral, a magnificent example of Catalan Gothic architecture. Don't miss the Jewish Quarter, with its evocative lanes and historic synagogues. Girona is a feast for the senses, from vibrant buildings to traditional Catalan cuisine. Our journey takes us to the heart of the Balkans, to the beautiful city of Mostar in Bosnia and Herzegovina. At the heart of Mostar stands the iconic Stari Most, or Old Bridge. Built by the Ottomans in the 16th century, it's an architectural marvel. Destroyed in 1993 during the Bosnian War, it was a tragic loss, but it was rebuilt, stone by stone, using traditional techniques. Today, it stands as a symbol of hope and reconciliation. Ah, Delft, a city that whispers its beauty. Imagine strolling along peaceful canals reflecting the sky and elegant houses. Delft is famous for its iconic blue and white ceramics. Visit a workshop and watch artisans hand-paint each piece. And then there's Vermeer, the master of light. Wander the quiet streets surrounded by scenes Vermeer immortalized. Nestled in Transylvania, surrounded by the Carpathian Mountains, lies Brasov, a city where medieval charm meets modern spirit. At its heart stands the Black Church, a Gothic masterpiece. Climb the bell tower for breathtaking views, explore the charming council square, savor a traditional Romanian pastry. Perched on a hilltop in Umbria, Assisi floats above the rolling Italian countryside. Linked to St. Francis, the patron saint of animals and ecology. At its heart lies the Basilica of St. Francis, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Inside, frescoes by Giotto and Cimabue depict scenes from his life. Wander the cobblestone streets and feel the spirit of St. Francis. Visit the Eremo del Carceri, a peaceful monastery in the woods. Assisi continues to inspire pilgrims and travelers worldwide. Bern, Switzerland. This charming city is like stepping into a beautifully illustrated storybook, with its cobblestone streets, ancient clock tower, and stunning Gothic cathedral. The best way to experience it? On foot. The Zitglogge, Bern's iconic clock tower, is a must-see. Bern isn't just about history, it's also a vibrant modern city. Wander through Kremgasse, Bern's main shopping street. Stop into a cafe for coffee or Swiss chocolate cake. Perched high above the French Riviera, Eze is a medieval village that clings to the cliffs. The views are breathtaking. You can see the Mediterranean Sea and rolling hills. Wander through narrow, winding streets. Visit the Jardin Exotique for exotic plants and stunning views. Don't miss the Chapelle de la Sainte-Croix with its unique architecture. Tallinn, Estonia, a city where medieval history meets modern innovation. This captivating Baltic gem boasts a beautifully preserved old town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that seems to have sprung straight from the pages of a fairy tale. Walking through the cobblestone streets of Tallinn's old town is like taking a step back in time. The city walls, dating back to the 14th century, still encircle the historic center, and within them, you'll find a treasure trove of medieval churches, merchant houses, and hidden courtyards. Be sure to visit St. Nicholas's Church, a magnificent example of 13th century architecture. Climb St. Olaf's Church Tower for panoramic views of the city. But Tallinn isn't just about its medieval past. The city is also a thriving hub of modern culture, with a vibrant art scene, trendy cafes, and innovative restaurants. Explore the Teleskivi Creative City, a former industrial complex transformed into a bohemian hub for artists, designers, and entrepreneurs. Ah, Rothenburg ob der Tauber. This Bavarian charmer is practically a living museum of medieval architecture, and trust me, It's a sight to behold. Imagine walking through a maze of cobblestone streets, lined with half-timbered houses painted in pastel hues. It's like stepping back in time. And the town walls? Still intact, my friends. Take a stroll along the ramparts for breathtaking views of the red-roofed houses below and the rolling hills beyond. You can almost picture knights patrolling these very walls centuries ago. Now, if you're lucky enough to visit during the Christmas season, you're in for a real treat. Rothenburg is famous for its Christmas markets, where the aroma of gingerbread and glühwein fills the air. It's a festive atmosphere that's sure to warm your heart and get you in the holiday spirit. Don't miss the Katha Wolfart Christmas Village, a year-round celebration of Christmas cheer. Next up, we journey to the heart of Tuscany, to the enchanting hill town of San Gimignano. Now, what makes this place so special? Well, imagine a skyline punctuated by soaring medieval towers. That's San Gimignano. These towers, built by wealthy families as symbols of their power, give the town a unique and unforgettable silhouette. But San Gimignano is more than just its towers. Wander through its narrow cobblestone streets, and you'll discover charming piazzas, bustling shops, and inviting restaurants serving up delicious Tuscan cuisine. And don't forget the wine. The surrounding hills are covered in vineyards producing some of Italy's finest vintages. For a truly unforgettable experience, take a walk through the olive groves that surround the town. The silvery leaves of the olive trees shimmering in the Tuscan sun, the scent of freshly turned earth, it's a sensory delight. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not try your hand at olive picking? Prepare to be wowed because we're headed to Carcassonne, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that looks like it leaped straight out of a fairy tale. This fortified city, with its double walls and 52 towers, is a sight to behold. Thanks to a massive restoration project, it's been brought back to its former glory. Walking through its cobblestone streets, you'll feel like you've been transported back to the Middle Ages. Today, it's a reminder of France's turbulent past and a testament to human ingenuity. Dubrovnik, perched dramatically on the Dalmatian coast, this Croatian gem is a feast for the eyes. Known as the Pearl of the Adriatic, Dubrovnik's walled old town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Walking these limestone streets, you'll be transported back in time. Fountains gurgle in sun-drenched squares, while the scent of fresh seafood wafts from charming seaside restaurants. Fans of Game of Thrones will recognize it as King's Landing. Whether you're a history buff or a movie fan, Dubrovnik will leave a lasting impression. Nestled between a shimmering lake and towering mountains, Hallstatt, Austria, is the very definition of picturesque. This fairytale village seems almost too charming to be real, with its colorful houses reflected in the crystal-clear waters of Hallstatter Sea. Take a stroll along the lakefront promenade and soak in the tranquility of this magical place. The air is fresh and clean, filled with the scent of pine and the sound of birdsong. Stop for a coffee at a lakeside cafe and watch the swans glide gracefully by. Hallstatt's beauty is only part of its allure. This village has a rich history, intertwined with the nearby salt mines, some of the oldest in the world. Take a tour of the mines and learn about the fascinating history of salt production. And if you're feeling adventurous, ride the funicular up to the skywalk for breathtaking panoramic views of the village, the lake, and the surrounding Dockstein Mountains. Perched high above the plains of Castilla-La Mancha, Toledo is a city steeped in history and cultural richness. Known as the City of Three Cultures, Toledo bears the legacy of its Jewish, Christian, and Muslim past. Wander through the labyrinthine streets and encounter architectural wonders. The magnificent Alcazar stands as a testament to the city's strategic importance. The grand Gothic cathedral speaks to the power of faith. El Greco, the renowned painter, made Toledo his home. His masterpiece, The Burial of the Count of Orgaz, is a must-see. Welcome to Siena, a Tuscan town that breathes history. The heart of Siena is its Piazza del Campo, one of Europe's greatest medieval squares. Here, the famous Palio di Siena unfolds, a thrilling display of tradition. Towering above is the Torre del Mangia, offering breathtaking views, and the Duomo, a masterpiece of Italian Gothic architecture. Wander through its narrow streets and savor a scoop of gelato. Next, we travel north to York, England, a city where history unfolds with every step you take. Founded by the Romans in the 1st century AD, York boasts a legacy spanning 2 millennia. Walking its ancient walls, you can almost hear the echoes of Roman soldiers and Viking raiders. No trip to York is complete without a visit to York Minster, one of the largest Gothic cathedrals in Northern Europe. Its stained glass windows are a masterpiece of medieval artistry. Climb the central tower for a bird's-eye view of the city. Clifford's Tower, built by William the Conqueror, offers panoramic views of the city. The Shambles, a charming street lined with timber-framed buildings, now houses quirky shops and cozy cafes. York is a city that rewards exploration. From the rugged beauty of England, we now journey to the sun-drenched shores of Croatia. Rovinj, perched on a peninsula, is a picturesque blend of Italian and Croatian influences. Its colorful houses cascade down to the water's edge, creating a painter's palette scene. Dominating the skyline is the bell tower of St. Euphemia Church, a Baroque masterpiece. Climb to the top for breathtaking views of the town and the azure Adriatic. Rovinj's heart beats in its harbor, where fishing boats bob gently. As the sun sets, take a stroll along the waterfront promenade. Picture yourself stepping back in time into a fairytale village straight out of a storybook. That's Óbidos, Portugal, a charming hilltop town with a majestic medieval castle. Wander through narrow lanes, captivated by whitewashed houses and vibrant flowers. The scent of bougainvillea mingles with freshly baked pastries. Walk along the ancient walls for breathtaking panoramic views. Bruges, just saying the name conjures up images of canals, cobblestone streets, and horse-drawn carriages. This Belgian gem, often called the Venice of the North, blends medieval charm with a lively modern spirit. Stroll through its historic center, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Admire the graceful swans gliding along the canals. Duck into a cozy pub and savor a Belgian beer. No trip to Bruges is complete without indulging in Belgian chocolate. From pralines to truffles, Bruges is a chocoholic's paradise. Nestled in the heart of Alsace, France, lies Colmar, a town so picturesque it feels like it sprang straight from the pages of a fairy tale. With its colorful, half-timbered houses, flower-laden window boxes, and canals winding through the heart of the old town, Colmar is a feast for the senses. As you wander through its cobblestone streets, you'll be greeted by a delightful blend of French and German influences, reflected in the architecture, the food, and even the language. Be sure to sample some of the local Alsatian cuisine, like tarte flambée or choucroute garnie. And don't forget to pair it with a glass of the region's famous wine. But Colmar isn't just a pretty face. It's also home to a rich cultural heritage, evident in its museums, churches, and historic buildings. Visit the Unterlinden Museum, home to the famous Eisenheim altarpiece, or take a stroll through the charming Little Venice district, where you can admire the colorful houses lining the Loch River. Nestled in the rolling hills of southern Bohemia, Český Krumlov is a fairy tale town straight out of a storybook. The town's centerpiece is the magnificent 13th century castle, perched dramatically on a bend in the Vltava River. You'll be captivated by the colorful Baroque architecture and even a bear moat. Enjoy a traditional Czech meal in charming restaurants. You're sure to fall in love with this Bohemian masterpiece. Perched dramatically atop a sheer cliff in the heart of Andalusia, Ronda is a town that will take your breath away. Founded by the Romans and later ruled by the Moors, Ronda boasts a rich tapestry of history and culture. Its most iconic landmark is the Puente Nuevo, a magnificent 18th century bridge that spans the El Tajo Gorge, connecting the old and new parts of the city. As you stroll through the cobblestone streets of Ronda's old town, you'll encounter stunning examples of Moorish architecture, including the Baños Árabes, ancient Arab baths dating back to the 11th century. Be sure to visit the Plaza de Toros, one of the oldest and most beautiful bull rings in Spain. And don't miss the opportunity to savor the flavors of Andalusia at one of Ronda's many tapas bars. This dramatic town, with its breathtaking views and fascinating history, is sure to leave a lasting impression. Rising dramatically from the tidal flats of Normandy, Mont Saint-Michel is one of France's most iconic landmarks. This fortified island, crowned by a magnificent 8th century abbey, has been a place of pilgrimage for centuries. As you approach Mont Saint-Michel, either by foot across the sands or by shuttle bus, you'll be struck by its fairy tale beauty. Once inside the fortified walls, you'll feel as though you've stepped back in time. Explore the winding cobblestone streets lined with shops, restaurants, and historic buildings. Be sure to climb to the top of the abbey for breathtaking views of the surrounding bay. And if you're lucky enough to be there during high tide, you'll witness the island transform into a mystical fortress surrounded by water. Whether you're seeking spiritual enlightenment, historical immersion, or simply a breathtaking escape, Mont Saint-Michel is an experience you won't soon forget. Heidelberg. Nestled in the valley of the Neckar River, this town's like a time capsule of German Romanticism. Dominating the scene is the majestic Heidelberg Castle, whispering tales of emperors and knights. It's a steep but rewarding walk-up, and the views are worth every step. Heidelberg is home to Germany's oldest university, founded in 1386. Imagine the brilliant minds that have walked these cobblestone streets. Beyond the castle and university, Heidelberg's a joy to explore on foot. Tucked away in a dramatic fjord-like bay, Kotor is a true hidden gem of the Adriatic. Its ancient stone buildings cling to sheer mountains that plunge into turquoise waters. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and for good reason. Kotor boasts a rich history, shaped by centuries of Venetian rule. For the adventurous, a hike up to the San Giovanni Fortress is a must. The panoramic views of the bay and mountains are breathtaking. Well, folks, there you have it. From the sun-drenched shores of Croatia to the rolling hills of Tuscany, we've journeyed through some of the most beautiful and fascinating medieval towns in Europe. I hope you've enjoyed this adventure as much as I have. Remember, travel is more than just checking off destinations. It's about connecting with history, immersing yourself in different cultures, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to Entrepreneurial Edge for more inspiring travel content. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, keep exploring.